my buzz buddies. It's nice to see you in this context. I know I didn't do any practice videos last week, but that doesn't mean that I did not practice. It just means that I was really busy and tired, and continue to be really busy and tired, but I'm here for you. And my idea that I'm thinking about today and potentially for the whole week is the idea of growth as a musician, and how in the context that I work within, I'm teaching elementary students instruments for the very first time. It's really hard for young kids to see their progress. It's really, really difficult because, you know, they want it to happen right away. They're used to instant gratification in their lives, especially in this day that we live in. While it's totally acceptable for teachers to, you know, just kind of guide them through the process and just to know intellectually that that's how it goes, for me, the longer that I teach, the more I realize that I really have to be there with them in the same kind of boat. Challenging myself, doing something new, doing something where I also feel frustration sometimes, and I also am learning my capacity for growth, and am learning what, you know, where do I fit this in my life? Because students have lives too. They have their families, they have things that they do all the time. I do not ever expect my students to just go home and practice an hour. You know, they're very little. They're just learning how to do it. So I feel like for me as a teacher, I have to be in their shoes, not just intellectually know what they're going through, but to really feel what they're going through. It's really important to me. So I'm thinking about that this week, and I'm thinking about how important it is to appreciate the small growth, the small progress that I make in this practice. So I hope that you can hang out with me today and appreciate the small growth that is happening, and hopefully maybe as you listen, share the tiny victories that you're having in your lives with me in the comments, and, you know, let's play some music. So if you haven't known me for very long, you probably don't know that in December of 2017 I had shoulder surgery on my labrum, which is the little cartilage around the ball part of your shoulder joint. The reason for that is that I tore that piece of cartilage when I was running, falling on my hand. I was doing really well recovering from that surgery. I was getting really strong in PT. I was starting to do push-ups. I was able to do 30 push-ups around June, and then a weird freak accident happened that I'm too embarrassed to tell you what it is. And since then, it has been really painful. And so I've been thinking about that and what the implications are of it. I got an MRI 2 weeks ago and just found out the results of it last week, and the MRI was very inconclusive. It pretty much showed the original tears. So the doctor was like, well, you either re-injured it or it's not done recovering from the surgery. That gives me no information and no course of action as to what to do now. All I know is that my shoulder hurts, and it is a pain, literally. It's frustrating to live with that when I am trying to work towards my goals. In a really strange way, I'm a lot stronger now than I was before the surgery when it comes to this kind of thing, because I have actually by this time internalized that this situation is not my fault. It is just a weird freak way that I was born, and a weird freak thing that happened to me. I guess my main point in telling you that is for you to know that that is a hindrance for me. It's an obstacle to overcome, and I'm working on it. I'm really working on it, but I do really, I believe in not pushing yourself into pain too far. That has been especially frustrating lately because of the physical nature of my job. I'm a band teacher, you guys. I use my arms for everything. And like not even teaching, but also just like pushing stuff and carrying stuff around. It's very physical. The last few weeks have been difficult in realizing that I might be in trouble for reasons that are not my fault. Those skeletons in the back of my mind are like kind of crawling back now. So I don't know. The people who watch these videos are the people who I think listen, and they might know me a little more intimately than others. So thank you for listening. How about some more practice? Triple tonguing exercise is a pretty good example of very, very slow progress. When I was first trying that one out, I think I started at like 58 and I got as fast as 66, and now I'm at 88, which is not super duper fast, and I'm having some trouble kind of getting much faster than that lately, but I figure as long as I keep doing it and I keep having a decent sound on them, if I just stay with 88 and work on cleanliness and work on keeping it nice and clear. It's a little bit of self-reflection. One reason that didn't go super well this time is that I practiced it for 5 minutes, and then I put the horn down for 5 minutes, and then I just like picked it up and was like, okay, I'm gonna record this now. Triple tonguing is not quite that natural for me yet, so yep, there's that. Let's do some Shirley. Some Shirley. Before the first key change. I start to think about mindfulness in music and how to approach it and how to use it. And of course, this is coming up in a video where I have already discussed growth and I have already discussed discomfort, because the three ideas go hand in hand. They are like the trio of goodness: mindfulness, discomfort, and growth. Just noticing where things are feeling really good and where things don't feel really good. This Charlier Etude is the ultimate experience of that, because now I'm starting to get to know some of the parts really, really well, and I just feel free when I play them. I feel like I can swim in it. And then there get to be those challenging parts, and I still get that mental block of, oh, this is a challenging part, I better pay attention. The goal for the next few practices, I think, should be to just focus on those things. And I always think of that. I always want to say that. I always end up just playing the whole thing because I like it. But I should probably ignore those parts that I like so much, because I need to develop my relationship with the other parts of the music. I mean, maybe I don't have to love it, but I have to establish the relationship with that music, and then it will let me play it, right? I think that's what it is. I think just learning what's important to that music and learning what needs to be emphasized and how to handle it with care and how to embrace its quirks and all of its goodness and all its complexities. It's like a human, right? Music is human. It's something I'm seeking to further explore for sure, especially on this channel, Mindful Musicianship. In the meantime, maybe you can give me some feedback or some thoughts on where we can go with this together. So until next time, stay mindful, stay musical, and stay out of trouble.